Okay, fellow shoeboxers, day two. I had the upper hinge installed. The lower hinge is in. There was two of the bolts that had already been stripped out from somebody tinkering with this car before, so those already have big holes in them. I have some bolts, some longer bolts with nuts, lock nuts coming in the mail, so I'm gonna just temporarily mount this hinge. I got two screws on the pillar side, but it still doesn't line up, so I'm gonna take this top hinge off and put it in a vise and try to straighten the hinge part right here. I'm gonna try to flatten this out so it'll pull it towards the A pillar a little bit more. Okay, got the driver's side top door hinge off. You can see right here it is perfectly straight right up to the hinge there. I'm gonna have to get it to where it bends back a little bit. I don't have a lot of room because the bracket is almost the bracket that it bolts onto is almost right here, so we can only bend this part back here. I'm not sure if I should remove this hinge pin or not. I hate to, if I start hammering on that, I don't know if it's gonna tweak the hinge pin. I think I'm gonna try to just hit on this part here and see if it'll bend over. I'm gonna stick it in the vise here and see if I can get it to bend in the right place. See how it goes. Okay, I heated up those hinges, that hinge, till it was cherry red right on the line of the hinge where I wanted it to bend, and that thing would not bend. I'm gonna have to get a stronger anvil or some other hydraulic press or something to get that thing bent. But I went ahead and used the floor jack on the door. I put the hinge back on, put the floor jack on the lower right hand side of the door here, as close as I could keep it closed, and it would flex up, and I'd let the jack down, it would just come right back. So I mean, my line on the fender is pretty close. The line on the top is not quite there. It did help a little tiny bit, but not enough. We still need to get that thing to go up some more. But anyway, that's all for today. I got to figure out another plan. Also, this right side is a little bit tight. You can see how tight it is there on the top. So I do need that hinge to flex to the left. That'll raise this corner. This corner will raise if I get that thing to flex that way. So that'll give me my space here on the right hand side. But anyway, done playing with it for today. We'll try again tomorrow. Good morning, shoeboxers. It's a lovely day here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was gonna take another video here, experiment trying to get that door to rise up on the door handle side. It's got that sag in it that I've been working on. But I was reading about the body mount kits, and under here there's an arm. I don't know if you can quite make it out, but there's a body support arm that appears to go directly under the A pillar. The bushing under there doesn't look bad. I just kind of visually inspected it. It doesn't look all deteriorated or completely squished down, but I'm going to experiment by putting a floor jack directly under that mount and lift it up and see if that straightens out the line on the top of the door frame there, and see how that looks, just to do a quick experiment. And if that does straighten out the door, I might go ahead and buy a set of body mount kits, and at least for that particular one, and see if that straightens out the door. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I got the floor jack in there. You can see now better that it's lifted up, that I got right up under that body mount, and I lifted it up quite a bit. I mean, the front tire is almost off the wheel, I mean off the ground, but the door alignment didn't really change at all. It might have changed a real microscopic amount, but it didn't. That didn't seem to do anything, so that tells me that that body mount is not really the answer. I don't know if you can make out that body mount under there, but it looks like it's intact. I mean, it's not deteriorated out. So my next step, I'm thinking of trying to take that hinge out, I guess, and bend it. I don't know, with the porta power or some kind of a hydraulic press. Like I said, I tried to heat it up. I got it cherry red in my vise and tried to hammer it and bend it over a little bit, but it didn't budge, not one bit. It's a pretty strong hinge. But that, or I might have to take it to a machine shop and have the thickness of the bracket milled and shrink it down just a little bit so it can pull up further towards the A pillar. But not sure what else to do here. Any comments would be appreciated. If anybody else has had any experience getting this alignment right, not sure quite what else to do at this point. Thanks. Hello again, everyone. So I've got the passenger side hinge. This is the one that mounts to the A-pillar. This is the half anyway that mounts to the A-pillar. And I was thinking about how to get this door to pull more up and forward. As you can see, this door hinge is about 1/4 of an inch thick, and this portion right here is perfectly straight. It would be helpful if this could bend backward just a little bit, because the brace where the door mount, where this hinge mounts to the door bracket, stops right about here. And this is where I was trying to heat up this area and trying to get this thing to bend backward a little bit, but it didn't seem to want to bend. So my next theory is, what if I take this to a machine shop and have it completely milled flat up until I think that line where the bracket meets where this hinge meets the bracket is about right here, and I was thinking of marking that, scribing it, and then having a machine shop take this whole plate down just about a millimeter maybe, and I don't know if that would give that enough pull forward, and or see if they can get this to bend, because I just don't have the capability. I tried, like I said, I heated it up till it was cherry red and tried to beat it over with the sledgehammer, and that thing would not budge. And that tells me that this bracket is pretty solid. It's pretty heavy duty, and if we machined it just a little bit, I was hoping I'd get some pull just by shrinking it, and that shaving it would move it further forward. But any advice, anybody wants to chime in on this, I'll leave the comments open. I'd love to hear your options, your theories of what could possibly done. Like I said, I wish when they manufactured these, understanding that these doors, it's common for them to sag, could have had this portion of the hinge pin tilted back just a little bit, and that would automatically give you your lift. But I guess not everybody has that problem, or they just got to make it to manufacturer's specs, and that's why they did it flat like that. But you can see right there that it's just perfectly flat. It would have been nice if that was tilted just a little bit. But anyway, I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know if you guys got any ideas. Thank you.